All right, inventory check. Benadryl, check. Pre-moistened snot rags, check. Mucinex Max Day and Night, check. NyQuil, check. DayQuil, check. Benadryl Extra Strength, check. And a box full of Ritz crackers, check. And warm bottled water, check. All right, I'm ready to do this.
It's so hard for me to sit back here in this studio looking at a guy out here hollering my name when last year I spent more money on spilled liquor in bars from one side of this world to the other than you made. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo! To all husbands with the same interest.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the bizarre, sickly edition of the Walker AC Experience. I am Walker AC, and to you, my friends, yes, you are my friends. I am known as Adrian to most of you, some of you, maybe 1/4 of you. I digress. We are coming to you live on May 27th, in the year of our Lord 2022, and forgive me right off the bat, I'm going to let you know that yours truly, the warrior of Walker, the king of Castle, the man of the hour, he caught the bug. He caught the suds. He caught the flu, caught the sickness, caught the whatever you want to call it. The day was May 21st. A beautiful day. The day of a graduation celebrating the birthed manhood for my little one here, graduating amongst all the people outside. And you know, I told myself, if you go out there, support your little one, you're not going to get sick. I mean, you're staying away from everybody. How crowded could it be? Yep, it was pretty crowded. And everybody decided to sit in front of me, behind me, each side of me. It's the most odd thing. I have this knack about me to where people want to sit next to me. It can be a very empty movie theater, and people feel the need to sit right in front of me, or behind me, or right close to me. I'm not too sure what it is. This is my charming good looks, my awesome personality, or it could be that cologne I wore, smell of dog. I have no idea. But for whatever it was, a very, very busy, very crowded ceremony that lasted for almost 3 hours outside, and you would think, with masks, with everything surrounding you, you'd be okay. But no. People slobbering on one another, applauding, screaming, moistened droplets emanating from their mouths, climbing everywhere, and lo and behold, Sunday morning, yours truly wakes up with a sniffle. We see it's coming, so we take a little preemptive strike. We got the Benadryl, we got the NyQuil, we have everything going on, but no, folks. No, this one is going to be the kicker. Now, a little bit about me. I don't get sick much, but when I do, I get sick heavy. And it's maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks I get sick, and I wind up loathing life. I smell colors, I see Aztec temples, I cannot sleep, and every single part of my body hurts, even parts I didn't know I had hurts. Now you're saying, but Walker AC, it's the 27th. The ceremony's on the 21st, and you're still sick? Absolutely, my little snowflakes. I am still sick. Between working half days, sleeping on my uncomfortable bed when you get sick, yes, the hours tend to go by really fast. You blink your eyes, it's time to get up and go to work, and you do it all over again, and work just slows down to a snail's pace crawl. Now, you may hear me pause here and there. That's me wiping my nose. And of course, it's amazing, we as human species, when it's time to blow our nose, it never stops. So I will pre-moisten a lot of tissues during this podcast, because once again, I have to keep my word and do it every single Friday, even though this stuff you may not want to hear about me sniffling and snotting and sneezing everywhere, but I figure while I'm up right now in this drug-induced haze, I'm going to knock out a podcast before I lay back down and get up and go to work, and then have Sunday, Monday off for Memorial Day. Mazel tov. I'm not going to remember much, but I know these 2 days will go by extremely fast because I'm going to be sleeping in my bed as much as humanly possible. But let me take a step back. It was a glorious day. My little one, 18-year-old, he went up on stage, got his diploma, and did a little dance. He was excited. Afterwards, they gave me a big hug, congratulated his friends, went home, took a 15-minute shower to wash all the people off me, and I relaxed. Little did I know how much people got onto my skin. And fear not, folks, I'm not a germaphobe, I just don't like being around people. There's a difference. So now we fast forward until the 27th. I think I'm at the phase right now of my illness where, right side of my body hurts, my right nostril is leaking, worse than a faucet, and of course I'm now seeing Aztec temples and smelling colors. And this was all before I took medication. So it's going to be a tremendous thing. Now, what is next for Walker AC and his little one graduating? We're going to see here. Because, of course, what I want is for him to go off to college and have a great life and show the world what he can do, become a musician, indulge in his passions and whatnot. But I forget, a good portion of teenagers just want to sleep, see their girlfriends, make as much money as they can without doing even half the work, and labeling their food. So make sure Mr. Dad or Mrs. Mom doesn't eat the food. You can guess which one my little one falls into. But it's okay. Now, you're going to hear me ruffling of the tissues here. So it's okay. I'm not going to edit this. Because I want everybody to know, me with one good nostril is better than most people with working two on a podcast. Creepy, isn't it? I know. So he's going to take some time off, then go to school and do his thing. That's tremendous. Now he has the illness. I have the illness. So both of us, two grown adult men in a house, moaning and wailing like little children with a skint knee. It's tremendous. So I think Castle Walker has been dilapidated for a couple of days now, and hopefully by Monday I should be up and spry again so I can disinfect and bleach everything in his house to get myself more sick and to move on with life and be able to entertain all of you who choose to listen to the show, who tune in every week to listen to the melodious sounds of my voice. And the beautiful thing about this podcast right now, I'm not going to remember anything I say. So I'm going to look back at all the views and all the downloads, and I'm going to be really pleased to see that even in my doped-infused state, you guys still find some entertainment. Now, speaking of entertainment, be sure you head on over to cafepress.com/WACE. That allows you to support the Walker AC experience by buying various different merchandises, shirts, stationaries, pillows, blankets, everything in between. And of course, you can always download this show on so many of the free apps, whether it be Google Podcasting, Samsung, Amazon, Spotify, everything in between, or just say, Alexa, play the Walker AC experience. Now, as I continue this wonderful show, I'm just letting you know how the updates. So, we're going to go through the timeline of the sickness. Now, I'm not going to say it's COVID. I'm not going to say it's the flu. I'm going to leave it ambiguous. I'm going to leave it out there. I'm going to let you decide to see what it is and see if you send me any, soup or anything. I prefer Pop-Tarts. Now, Sunday, woke up with a scratchy throat. So I'm like, I feel it coming. But I'm ready. I have Halls. So I'm going to wrap a Halls, and I'm going to suck on the Halls for a bit. Keep it PG, folks. So I don't work Sunday, so I'm relaxing a little bit and laying down and getting rest, because that's what most people subscribe. If you're not feeling well, you see the onset of it coming on, you relax. As much as I can. I hung out with a little bit of family and did that. Of course, I should have stayed home, but nevertheless, we go to Monday. Have a nice little fun day at work Monday. Do my thing, sweat, work. Come home, feel a little bit kind of achy. I'm like, okay, well, probably, just the weekend, a very tough weekend. Didn't sleep that much, so it's okay. A little bit of Benadryl to knock me out. They'll get all the ickies out before they manifest into something more. Tuesday, I wake up and everything hurts. I go into work with everything hurting. I look at my assistant and I tell him, Assistant, I'm working half the day and I'm going home to lay down. Assistant's cool with it. So I do my work, I get everything done, I go home, I lay down, and wouldn't you know who won the pony? I get a phone call or a text message every 5 minutes from said assistants needing a little bit of guidance. Beautiful thing about being management, everything is your fault. You have to, continue working no matter what. So sleep wasn't in the cards. So now we dip into Wednesday. I tell myself I'm going to probably work another half day. Just get some rest some more. So I work another half day. I go home, I lay down, and still get phone calls and texts from my company, wanting my advice, wanting certain things, and sleep, once again, is not in the cards. Thursday, see Monday, Tuesday. So we go on to Friday, today. I'm taking the day off because I'm tired, my feet hurts, my toenails hurt, the follicles on my face that are growing in, they hurt. I'm taking the day off. Assistant manager says, no problem, I got this. I lay down, I do not sleep. My body keeps me up all night. All night, you say? All night. Everything hurts. Dreams are wacky. My nose, turns on. And wouldn't you know, too tired to get up. So t-shirt looks wonderful. Blow my nose in a t-shirt. Don't judge me. Do not judge me. When you get sick, anything looks appealing to use for a snot rag. At least I kept it off the bed. I cherish my bed. Everything hurts. So I think, around 1 o'clock, my associate needs help. And help. And help. And help. So I bite the bullet, pull myself out of bed, crawl to the bathroom, almost tripping on the cat. Sherbet the cat. He'll have his own Instagram soon. Crawl myself into the shower, took a shower, and went to work for 4 hours. Worst 4 hours of my adult life at this very moment. Now I'm home, and it is a little bit later. And once again, I am doped up on medication. Food is not really an option. I'm not really that hungry. Nothing looks appealing. Not even a simple bowl of cereal, folks. I think water and Ritz crackers have been part of my diet ever since Sunday. I dropped 5 pounds. Sweet. Guess I'll keep this up. And so, I have one more day at work, and then I have Sunday, Monday off to recoup. No phone calls, no texts, no nothing. Hopefully, I can sleep without my body aching and waking me up. Now, of course, we're getting back to the aching part. You hear the tissue unrustling, and me to dig in my nose. Pardon me as I do so. Now, you're probably going to ask, why not just blow your nose? Well, it's not made for good podcasting, and no one really needs that mental image of snot projecting out of my nose. Now, because those of you who know what I look like, it's pretty creepy. Even more creepy the thought of me blowing my nose and you seeing it. So, I choose to dig for now. It's a small Band-Aid. Even better. So now, we're going to fast forward a little bit till tomorrow. I have a lot to do tomorrow at work. It involves going outside, lifting things, moving things, and hopefully my body will cooperate with me and not shut all the way down because from 9 until 6, it's going to be a rough one. And please, don't feel bad for me or don't go, suck it up, buttercup, because that's what I'm doing. I'm a parent. It's what I do. We don't have days off, and we don't have sick time to burn. I have this thing called a guy named Bill, and he likes to be paid. Plus, I have a little one who requires essential stuff too, so I have to work. But as you know, I'm not going to sit here and bore you too much with the sickness because we've all had it and we've all dealt with it, each on a certain ways. I'm just glad that I have the ability to hop on my phone and order stuff to be brought to me so I can at least smell it before I try to eat it and get sick. I didn't want the podcast to turn out like this. I wanted to have something positive and uplifting. This thing is how, once again, drug-induced rant. I'm not going to remember anything anyhow. I just hope this all remains entertaining to you guys. But I do still have to speak on being a parent. Because, once again, drug-infused, I say what I speak now since I'm all drugged up. Being a parent's difficult. I've been very, very fortunate and very blessed to have this amazing little one that has done so much in his limited time here on this earth. He plays 5 different instruments. He makes music on the daily. He has a good stranglehold on life. Now, as far as the common sense things, of course, that's always a work in progress. I mean, you never fully develop, not even age of 18 or 26 or even 32. So this young mind is still forming certain opinions, and it's up to parents to try not to either have a daughter, not be on a pole, or have her son and not be locked up in jail. Because rest assured, folks, I'm a very wealthy man. but I'm not going to use my wealth for bail money. Nope, absolutely not. And so in saying that, it's difficult because you want your child to have your same ideals and your same thoughts and your same emotions. It's not possible. Never. Not even a possibility. You can show them the way. You can teach them the rights and wrongs. But at a certain point, you let them go. You let them make their own decisions. And all you can do is hold your breath when they fall down and they get a boo-boo on their knee. So you don't want to rush to patch up their knee. You want to watch them get up, patch themselves up, and keep on going. That's the most toughest thing about having an 18-year-old. You see the mistakes coming from a mile away. And you want to reach your hand out and say, watch out. But you can't. You won't. You don't do it. You let them discover for themselves. You let them see that the plate is hot. And you watch them burn themselves. And then you understand that it's something that they needed to do. Now, of course, some of you out there are screaming, no, you have to warn them. Of course you do. But when they're 18, they should have the common sense to know better. And you want them to experience the pain and the heartache and everything else that comes along with it. That being said, heartache, folks, talks about relationships and friendships. If your child is in a relationship with a girl or a boy or a pet or a snail, you want to instill them the basic ideals of a relationship, the do's and the don'ts. Now, if you're talking to a teen, 9 times out of 10, it's going to go in one ear and out the other. And that's not a slight against teenagers. It's not a slight because we were that way too. We would like to believe that we were the perfect children and listen to everything mom and dad had to say. But little did they realize, yeah, it went in one ear and out the other because we were too busy thinking about when to take the car or how much money we were going to get. So we really didn't pay attention to too much they said. We had to experience it on our own. And of course, I'm digging in a nose for a second here. See, no editing, folks. This is what we do. In saying that, you have to make a lot of unpopular decisions because either you can be one or a different type of parent. You can be the parent that gives your child everything he or she desires, and they are not grateful for anything. They expect the world, and they expect you to get it for them right then and there. Or you can be the other parent that makes them work for it and have them be mad at you, but have them respect you when they realize that nothing in this world is for free and you have to work for whatever you want. And there'll be sometimes you'll be disappointed, but that's the point of life. It all depends on how you handle it moving forward. And that's some of the difficult decisions that being a parent is, because you see your child as a 3-4-year-old little person that you can pick up and hold and mold and have fun with. And then they get to be to the point where their feet starts to stink, their breath starts to smell, and they talk back to you. You realize that little person you really can't control anymore unless you wave the gun around. And then, and only then, you realize that they have their own personality and they have to go out into the world and experience things on their own. And you just hope and pray that they listen to you. You hope and pray that no matter what you say, at least 20% of it sticks. You hope 20% of it sticks. Now, of course, there is the anomalies. There is, the exception to the rule, to where you will have those daughters and sons that will listen to everything mom and dad have to say, and they become perfect children. Yes, that happens too. But we're talking about generalization. We're talking about, your 18-year-old son graduates high school, and in your mind, you want them to do A, B, C, and D. But in their mind, they have something different. And no matter how much you try to nudge them in one direction, they have to do it their own. They have to make their own way. And you're going to have to hold steadfast on your values and your rules. And they have their personality, which is going to clash with everything you have to say. And either A, you punch them out and go to jail, or you just nod your head and say, well, this is your life. You make the most of it, just not in my house. You see where I'm going with this. So I am a very proud parent. Now, is it all sunshine and roses and unicorn farts? Absolutely not. But would I exchange it for anything in the world? Absolutely not. I've loved what I've done, who I've raised, the help that I had, raise him, a good strong mother, a good strong father, everything in between. And here's hoping that he makes the right decisions. If not, he's going to fall, and he's going to fail. He's going to trip, and he's going to get boo-boos. But here's hoping that he realizes to get himself back up, brush himself back off, and just keep on moving. Now, having said that, speaking of moving, I think it's time for me to move to the bed. Yeah, my body's starting to hurt now, and I think the Robitussin, the Dayquil, the NyQuil, the Mucinex, I think the star's starting to wear off now, and my leaky nose is starting to get on my keyboard. The joys of being me. Now, just be sure you leave a comment and subscribe, and you follow, and you do everything in your power to support the Walker AC experience. We've been going strong for 4 years. Without you guys, there is no me, because, who else is going to listen to my dribble week in and week out? It's an amazing thing. Subscribe, join us, follow us, be one with us, and please, for all is holy, wash your freaking hands, because I don't want to get sick ever again. Good Lord Almighty. It's tough to be me. Until next week, folks. Take care.